The mother tells her daughter that the outfit she is wearing looks beautiful on her. The daughter thanks him for the compliment, and the mother then says that now the two of them will dance while she records everything. Her daughter agrees. And the mother said that she can't forget to always keep smiling, to always have a lot of followers. Then the countdown begins. Her mother said she's doing everything right and calls her a princess. The father then enters the room and asks what was going on there. When she looks at her daughter's clothes, she asks for explanations and says she wants to know why her daughter is dressed that way. The daughter said that it was her mother who dressed her like that and said that she looked very beautiful, and that they're going to gain a lot of followers that way. In this way, Fred asks Gio if it was really serious, if they dressed the girl that way and even put her on the internet for everyone to see, and asks if Gio knew who was watching her, what people's intention was when they saw her. Gio said that Fred was too much of an exaggerator and that times have changed. It's not like they were in the last century anymore, and they're already in 2024. Fred, very angry, doesn't care about the followers and says that his daughter shouldn't be dressed like that and that she has to live her childhood like all other normal children. Gio said he's not going to change that he's going to get involved in the mother-daughter relationship, and that, otherwise, when he goes out to work, he doesn't even care about the girl, he just keeps his head far away at work. And that she then told Isadora to forget about her father and go back to dancing. Fred leaves the room very angry. The daughter agrees and goes back to dancing. Gio said she has to have more excitement, more smiles, and forget about her father, who is now just her and him. Yes. They sing happy birthday. Now it's going to be time for the cake and to make a wish. Fred told his daughter to blow out the candles and make her wish. Gio congratulates his daughter and says that he wishes all the happiness in the world for her and says that she has the gift that she is sure her daughter will love. Isadora then opens the gift and sees her new phone. Isadora said Gio was the best mom in the world, so there's a hug. You. All your friends? I've already told her that, with that phone, she would be able to keep an eye on all her followers. Fred, annoyed, says, "Long live the birthday girl." They sing. The friend arrives at Fred and thanks him for the opportunity and responsibility of taking care of his daughter's birthday. He then asks for it and says that everything was beautiful and that, in fact, he is the one who thanks him and congratulates him. Fred then settles the financial with the clown. He thanks him and goes. However, he said that, before leaving, he noticed one thing, that his daughter was very attentive, but that phone she got from her mother took away some of the attention she was giving to the children and that she is not wanting to intrude. He told her that it was a bit dangerous and that it was too hasty for that gift for her age and that she had to get dolls or something to play with. Fred said he knows and then thanks you for coming. The friend then says goodbye. The clown said he was going now and that he hoped they had a good time. Isadora said that at that moment she needed to take some photos for her social networks. Gio arrives and asks her daughter if she liked the gift she gave. Isadora says she loved it and then thanks her, saying that at that moment she would go to her room, as she needed to make some videos. Gio says she can go. Fred, very angry, calls Gio and tells him that they need to have a serious talk. Fred questions what Gio had in mind when he gave a cell phone to a 10-year-old, saying that he hired a clown to liven up the party and spent a lot on the decorations, and she spent the whole party fiddling with her phone and didn't enjoy her party. Gio then replies that it wasn't out of the blue and that his daughter always dreamed of becoming famous on social media and that she will give the greatest support in everything, and so he bought a cell phone. And that, besides, it wasn't with any penny from him and that everything she bought was with her own savings and that at that moment everything is different, children are born connected to the media. Fred argues that they shouldn't think that way and that, in fact, they are speeding up stages in their daughter's life, where she should not only focus on material possessions, but should learn principles and values. Gio then says that this conversation has already turned out what it had to give and that it would be better for him to continue there at work, thinking about work and money, as always, and that she will take care of her daughter's education. Isadora says she is sure that the video will be successful and get more than 1 million followers. Gio says that his daughter's social network is booming and then congratulates her, saying that it was the best decision he made. Isadora thanks him and says that Gabriel must be coming and will take her out. Gio says that everything is fine and that Gabriel is already family. In a little while, he'll come in, since you've given him the key. Gabriel arrives, greets his mother-in-law, and then kisses Isadora. Gio greets his son-in-law and says that he is very happy that he is there and that he is going to make a snack for the two of them and wants them to be comfortable and to behave. Gio says that soon he will have a snack, because at that moment he needs to clean the house, but his father was already coming home from work and if it was possible for them to go to the bedroom to watch there. They agree and go. Gio says it will have to be open door. Isadora says she can leave, so she comes back. Fred arrives and asks if his mother was okay. Gio says yes, that she was just a little tired. Fred says he was tired too. Gio says that that day he had arrived a little early. Did that happen something? Fred says he was a little tired and asked his boss for time off to spend some extra time with her. Gio then says it was good. Fred then asks where Isadora was. Gio says she was in the room with her boyfriend. Fred gets very angry and asks how she allowed this and then runs over there. But what is it? Fred comes into the room and asks what it was, if Gabriel was okay. Fred questions how Isadora had the courage to do this inside their house and tells Gabriel to get out of there immediately. Isadora says her father didn't need to do that. Fred says that it was disrespectful to do this inside his house and that he never imagined going through this. But I ask, what was too much, since she was only there with her boyfriend? Fred says that he knew it had happened inside the house and that he was sure of it. Gio says that she was the one who warned them and told them to go to the bedroom, since she needed to tidy up the house, but with the door open. Fred then says that it was her fault and that she always said that it was all wrong, how she treated the girl and that now they were facing the consequences. Gio, realizing his mistake, is speechless. In the middle of this confusion, a friend arrives on a bicycle, mentioning that he had to arrive early for some reason related to his daughter, questioning why she had taken too many photos in the room without any special occasions. Gabriel, on the other hand, questions Isadora about what she wanted. Isadora reveals that she is pregnant and is afraid to tell her parents. Gabriel denies paternity, claiming that the child is not his. Isadora insists, arguing that it is obvious that the child is hers and begs for help, not knowing what to do. Gabriel says goodbye, saying that he has more to do and that he won't ruin his life by taking care of a child. Isadora, desperate, calls out to him, not knowing how to deal with the situation. Isadora's mother, noticing something wrong, asks Gabriel if something happened. He denies it. Isadora then decides to tell her parents. Gio says that Isadora can talk. Afraid, Isadora reveals that she is pregnant. Fred, incredulous, asks her to explain further. Isadora, with regret, informs her that she would not like to give such news. Fred laments, saying that he had warned about the dangers of excessive freedom, including early access to a cell phone. Isadora adds that Gabriel refused to take on the child. Fred is stunned, unable to believe that Isadora did this inside her own home. Gio, equally shocked, questions how her daughter had the courage to act this way. Isadora apologizes again, promising to be a great mother and take good care of the child, despite being deeply embarrassed. Fred, turning to Gio, questions whether she is satisfied with the consequences of her actions, criticizing the way she raised her daughter, the exposure on the internet, the excessive freedom granted to go out and do whatever she wanted, culminating in the current situation. Gio, finally acknowledging his role in the situation, admits his mistake and asks for forgiveness for not having been a good mother or wife, and for failing in his daughter's education. Fred, despite his anger, acknowledges that at least Gio has admitted his mistake. He then assures Isadora that despite everything, they will help her, emphasizing that she is not alone and that she has the support of both parents. Isadora, moved, thanks them, expressing her gratitude and love for them.